Hello! Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Wilder Shop. I am so happy that you have found my page, whether it is YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. I'm just so happy that you guys are here. Like I said before, my name is May. My full name is Maylani, but I go by May. And I am a digital media specialist. So, what that means is I specialize in the digital realm. I love the digital space. Like, absolutely love it. I want my light to be a little bit better, but I feel like it's just super bright on me. I don't like it. Guys, we'll get better as time progresses and technology and things upgrade. But I wanted to make this quick little video to introduce myself because I don't post a whole lot on social media as much as I should. I make videos and then I don't have time to edit them. And I, do something, blah, 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 blah. And then I just go working on my client's stuff. And then I never go and focus on myself. And I have put my foot down this year and I was like, no more. I'm going to promote my businesses. I'm going to be out here. You guys are going to see my face and there's nothing you can do about it. So I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about me. My name is May. As I said before, I'm 29. I'm a mom of one and I am a wife of almost 5 years. And I fell into the digital realm actually a really, really, really long time ago. When I was a kid, I loved doing coding. When it came to MySpace stuff and doing things on Notepad and different things like that, like I was a Gateway 96 kid. My uncle actually went to school for engineering, so he actually was rebuilding his technology and different things, so I would sit and watch and kind of, well, at least when he would allow me to, because he'd be up working pretty late, and I didn't always get the chance to always get to see it, but I'd get to see the new motherboard, and I'm like, ooh, that's so cool, and like technology was always very fascinating to me. So once I got to college, I just kind of skipping around trying to figure out what I was going to do. And eventually I fell into my major, which was writing and rhetoric. And the reason I fell into that was because I know this, but I spoken in the universe saying, I want to do this. I want to be behind the screen and I want to be designing all day because at the time, my best friend, rest his soul, he was working as a student leader for our college, and I was doing all of his digital stuff. And he also had a blog talk radio station, and I ended up taking over his social media when he was not being difficult about when we could post, when we were doing things like that. Like I was just kind of like his manager, but I loved being in that role. I kind of fell into it and I enjoyed it. And I loved being behind the scenes and I wanted to continue doing that. So when I finally found writing and rhetoric in college, I got the opportunity to do the digital track, which was actually pretty new. The teacher that had exposed me to it, shout out to Crystal Van Kooten, because her last name has changed now. But she actually had a class that she was teaching. It was like her first semester. It was about digital identity. And in that entire course, we went through the course of how we've come to be who we are. And at that time, it was, maybe like 2012. And it really made me have a hard look at myself on digital because for so many years, I go and I allow people to mispronounce my name. I kind of fly under the radar. I like to be behind the scenes and things like that. But people paid attention to my social medias. I didn't, I could just in regular life, even though people to this day are like, no, you can't just fade in the background. I feel I can. But people pay attention to me on social media. And me taking that digital identity class really opened up the floodgates because I was just like, I don't like how I am, because we had to do our final project, which I will post on this my YouTube page later, about who we were. And I started my Facebook page back in 2010 when I started high school, because I was part of the first wave of high schoolers who could actually have Facebook. My aunt was in college and she gave me a link. I remember we were in her dorm room and I was so excited because I was one of the only ones who had Facebook. So I had to look through a lot, because not only was I looking at my Facebook and how I looked on Facebook through my digital identity, but I also looked back on my MySpace. And it really, really got my wheels turning, the different things that I did on MySpace, because I adore MySpace. LiveJournal and VampireFreaks.com were where I resided. And AIM, and I was online. Like, I was behind a screen all the time, because growing up, I had a lot of self-esteem issues, and I was an only child growing up, so I really wanted some friends, and I was the only kid in my house. So I was just kind of like, my other friends, they had stuff to communicate, so that was how we communicated, and we would have our top 25s and different things. But I was the go-to gal when someone was like, I need a gift made. Like, where did you get that? Or can you put some lyrics in a text? Like, I was your girl. I was the one, because I actually had a best friend who currently works in graphic design, and she's actually another big reason as to how I got into digital and why I love Mac so much, because I was watching her design. But I didn't realize how much I just really enjoyed it. I mean, it was just so much fun, especially when, every week I had a new layout. And it wasn't just a layout that I was just finding on someone's page and then I just was like, yep, we're going to put it up. No, I was actually like figuring out, okay, what does this HTML stand for? How can I change it? Like, what if I do this, what does this mean? And what are, hex codes and different things like that. So it really got my wheels turning. So fast forward to college, when I got the opportunity to do digital media, heck yeah, over and over and over again, I was like, heck yeah, let's do it. Because I knew I wanted to work in social media. I hate social media when it comes to posting. As you can see, I'm terrible at posting for myself. But I love the digital space. I love building websites. I love technology. When you hear me pull up, I love bass in my music. I mean, there's just anything that has some technological pull, I'm there. I have to learn it. I have to breathe it. And I'm that way specifically in the digital space, because if it's a new website, especially a new website that's like a social media, I was your girl who knew about it. I was on it. I had tried it. And I was the one people were like, should I download this? Should I be bothered? I'm like, psh, it's already played out. Like, that was the type of things that I was on. I'm not as much with social media as I used to be, because I'm just really, 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 really sick of videos all the time and everybody immediately like not having privacy. That part drives me nuts. But for the other wonderful things that social media can do, especially when it comes to being a small business owner like myself, because this gives me an opportunity to reach people that I wouldn't necessarily be able to reach. I am able to talk to all of you, and we don't even have to sit in the same room. And, it's pretty, being in the pandemic really opened my eyes to how much technology is just going to take over of a lot of different things. And I'm happy that I got on the wave very quickly and learned what I needed to learn when it came to digital. But my main focus as the CEO of the Wilder Shop, I actually work with my husband as well. He's been helping me with designing as we've been taking on more clients. But my main focus with the Wilder Shop is I work with small business owners, whether they are established or not established. I have helped several of business owners who weren't established get themselves established, get themselves their LLCs and different things, because they didn't necessarily know about, trademarking their names and the importance of having those different nuanced little things before we even got to their digital spaces. Because they would, many clients come to me and they're like, I have social media, I don't post though. Or I think I have social media, and then they have, something that's like a basic private type page, but then they're trying to also do business, and then they're getting frustrated because they're trying to understand the separation and how to have that separation and different things. So that's where I come in, because I love to educate my clients as much as possible, especially because my market has been an older market, actually, because I'm specifically love working with the Gen Xers and baby boomers and things, because these people are hustlers. These people are like, nope, I've got this business idea. This is what I'm doing. They've been around the block and they're like, I just need to help put it to digital space. But I also, on the other hand, help those clients of mine who are like me, millennials or younger, you know, and Gen Z and different things that are like, I have a business and I kind of have an Instagram page and I have a shop, but then I'm not really getting a whole lot of clients. Can you help? And I'm like, sure, awesome. Like, do you have a website? Like, what do you do for a scheduler, or, you know, different things like that, helping them give tips. And, you know, I fell into doing social media management as soon as I got out of college. And that snowballed into bringing me back to doing website design. And like I said, I do offer social media assistance. Right now, I'm at my capacity of what, you know, because it's literally just me. My husband works outside of the home, so I can't have him here doing like half of the Wilder Shop stuff and then I do the other half, like we kind of were in the pandemic. But it's just me until I hire a team. But I do offer trainings because I have done a lot. And when I say a lot, I'm a student over and over and over. I love learning. It's one of those things where I feel like you always can learn something new every single day. And I've done a lot of different trainings and accreditations that I can bring to my clients, a different knowledge of how to help, you know, boost their social media, different things that they may not necessarily have even thought to do or didn't even know were at their disposal to do. And that's where the Wilder Shop comes in. We just want to help as many business owners as possible round out their digital voice. And if you don't know what your digital voice is, that's fine. We can always find it together. I love helping and seeing clients flourish, you know, even if it's just something very simple, like a friend, you know, have come to me saying, hey, can you make me a logo? And then that little logo turns into this big business that they're now like making, you know, passive income or, you know, and doing something that they love outside of their 9 to 5, all because I just gave them a simple logo. And, you know, it's just being able to do little things like that for clients, even if it's something very small. You know, to me, that's very small, just helping someone with a website or helping someone with a logo or helping someone like, you know, how do I even figure out how to post? Like, when do I post? Like, where do I post? Like, how do I create posts? Like, I see people doing this stuff, like what, you know, tools do they use? And these are the questions that I get every single day because my friends and family and business partners understand that this is the stuff that I've been training to do. So I'm just happy that I finally sat down, had the time to make this video. And I thank you for staying on as long as you possibly have to see all of this. And I look forward to meeting all of you in our digital realm, getting to be friends, because I love making digital friends. Like, I still have friends from MySpace. Like, I still keep in touch. Like, these are people that I had on like my top 25 and they're my friends on Facebook, or they're my friends on Tumblr and different things like that. Like, because Tumblr is, when I say MySpace, Vampire Freaks, LiveJournal, Tumblr. Those were my 4. Oh my gosh. Like, I don't care about Facebook. I don't care about Twitter. I don't care about Instagram. I don't care about any of that crap. But those 4, those are my everything. Because I, you know, first, before I became a digital girl and found out how much I love the digital space, I was a writer and I'm a vocalist. And I love writing music. I like writing poetry, and being able to just write and having a way to just, outside of therapy, and being able to just write to my heart's content and then change the customizations to make it like, oh, nope, this person can't even see this part. Like, being able to do little things like that and just like, oh, we're going to change the header here and then we're going to hide this ink, you know, like little stuff like that. I'm really upset I can't do that on Facebook. I'm really upset that I just can't just get it down to the very detail, because my Facebook profile would look different completely. But I digress. I'm going to get off this video because it's almost 15 minutes already, and I'm sure when I cut it down it's not going to be much less than that. But thank you so much for watching, and please, I will be updating probably on YouTube weekly, maybe more than that. Let's see how everything goes. But please follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn. try to think about it, because I'm one of those, because, you know, like I said earlier in the video, I will just do stuff and then I'll just jump in and I'll start helping my clients, and then I'll start building their brands, and then I forget about my own. And then people, you know, they'll ask me, family members will ask me all the time, like, are you working? Like, yeah, definitely. Like, I don't see you posting anymore, because I'm working. Like, I'm working on my other clients' stuff. Like, I'm helping this person do, you know, 3-4 websites, because a lot of my clients do return, because they're like, oh, this website was doing so well and it's now snowballed into this. So let's, you know, can we upgrade it, or can we phase this out and do something else to integrate that? And it's like, yes, absolutely. Like, I love return clients, because I love, you know, working with people who understand it, and who are just like who understand, like me, like it's time to invest into ourselves and to build our businesses. So it's just a joy to be able to watch those businesses grow and flourish. And that's why you don't see me on social media, because I am working, trying to make sure that all of their things are up to date and beautiful. But you'll see me a whole lot more. So please make sure that you guys turn on that notification bell, subscribe, like, comment, share, whatever. I'll see you guys later. Bye.